Okay, guys, so this video I'm actually gonna put my personal opinion, and then I'm actually gonna let Wyatt from Wyatt's Lawn Care talk about what his thought is on the COVID-19 and how it will affect our business. And obviously, I'll send this video to Wyatt, and thank you for me sharing this. Obviously, but I watched half of his video already, and I just rewinded, thinking I'll just put this on a video. I didn't really have a video to put out today. But however, I'm going to do this because I want you guys to put your opinion. And he actually had some thought, and I had responses. But first off, I just wanted to say thank you again, Acme Landscape by Acme for the black diamond. Hopefully, we'll be using that soon, depending on the weather. But another thing I want to do, guys, is this season and next season, we're actually gonna try wake up by 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and get out there by 8:30, 9 o'clock, and start our day for mowing. And hopefully, we have a bunch of houses and get more weekly clients, daily clients. I got 2 weekly clients that are for bigger yards, so you know, it's going to be a process, but at the same time, I'm still waiting for some people to reply back, and we'll see how this goes, guys. Honestly, right now, people are frustrated, stuff like that, so there's not much you can do, but at the same time, make sure you guys are up to date with all your things, stay safe, stay healthy, but yeah. But one thing I want to put in here before I let him speak for the next 15 minutes is make sure you. Sorry, my hair's long. Honestly, I was getting ready to order more business cards. I was getting ready to order door hangers, posters. Like, I might order them and just keep them in the box in my room until I can go pass them out. No one's probably going to want to touch them, to be honest, because they don't know where it's been. So right now, it's not a good time to advertise it. And honestly, I've been trying to cut back on that because this video and more are really affecting it. And honestly, it's been something that everyone's been talking about. Yes, we are shut down. Other states are shut down. California, Michigan, Carolina, stuff like that. So, and if you're in a state watching this right now, and you are not shut down, it will come. It just takes time. So without further ado, that's my opinion. It's gonna affect me. It's gonna cut back on customers. It's going to do lots of stuff. I'm gonna talk more about it, but actually, why it's gonna do it for me because what he says is what I'm about to say, but he makes it a better point. So enjoy this next clip, and yeah, peace out, guys.
Not exactly a video that I wanted to make, but at the same time, a video that I feel like I probably should make. Not my normal positive kind of video, but it's something that we do need to talk about, and something that I feel like would be good to talk about. Even though, yes, I know you can't get away from talking about the coronavirus, and that is rather annoying, I do feel like this side of it needs to be talked about, and that is the business side of things. Alright guys, so my phone has been ringing and buzzed a whole bunch of other lawn landscape guys calling me, texting me, messaging me, one way or another, asking, hey, since Pennsylvania is shut down, how am I dealing with the lockdown and how's it going to affect my business and what they should plan for their business. Now guys, I'm very uncomfortable putting in this situation because I'm not know-it-all. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this situation. Nobody in school prepares you for what you're supposed to do when dealing with a pandemic like this. And like personally, I'm not too worried about the virus. I know that it keeps mutating and getting worse, but I'm not particularly worried about that. I am, however, worried about how it's going to affect the economy and a whole bunch of families. Definitely a lot of businesses are going to be really affected by it. And honestly, it's probably going to put a lot of small businesses out of business. Alright, so I have a quick list here of some talking points I wanted to go over. And I guess first thing is, I realize this is going to be a big issue Governor Wolf recently called for a lockdown in Pennsylvania, and before that, whenever people were starting to get a little frantic and stuff, I had some customers calling. They're wanting to not interact with me so much this season, so it made me figure out that I need to go from paper invoicing over to credit cards and file, which is one thing I need to work on this season. So I'm switching everything over to that right now, which I think is really important. Because obviously less contact is going to make your customers feel better and keep everyone healthier overall. It'll also guarantee payment too, since some people are going to be going through rough times, and you want to work with them if you can, but also you got to make sure you still get paid for your work. Another thing that's going to affect me right off the bat is my advertising, or should I say lack of advertising this season. If you guys haven't watched my last video, I'll put it up in the corner here so you guys can go check it out. And I introduced some new advertising to the lawn and landscape industry that I've never seen before, and any service business could honestly use it. And that is actually brochures that I would then turn into door hangers and use for advertising. Little pamphlets open up, have a lot of good information in them, and I had hundreds of those ready to go. I actually have a whole bunch of them with rubber bands down in my room, hundreds of them that I was ready to take out, walk around town, start advertising with, putting on people's doors, and with all this stuff going on, and now with Pennsylvania being in lockdown, probably wouldn't look so good for me to be using that advertising, hanging them on people's doors, and honestly, they might not even want to touch them, which I don't really blame them for that. But yes, with my lack of advertising this season, it is going to be rather difficult getting clients right off the bat. So I'm hoping this can blow over and I can advertise later in the season. But as of right now, I'll have to wait and see how things go. Like I said, I've lost a couple customers already. Some people are with the loss of jobs and whatnot from this Pennsylvania shutdown. Businesses getting shut down. I'm actually getting calls and texts from customers letting me know, hey, my husband or my wife, etc., have been put out of work and we're not going to be able to have your services at the beginning of the season. We'll get a hold of you if we can. That's perfectly understandable. Be patient with customers in these times and know that you're definitely going to lose some to losing their jobs. If it hasn't hit your state yet, trust me, it probably will at some point. It's just a matter of time until your state goes into lockdown too, and that's not meant to scare you guys. It's meant to be totally real. I want to get this out there and talk to you guys. I think it's something that needs to be talked about because you guys need to be prepared. This is going to hit everywhere in the U.S. They're going to try to slow it down, but it's not going to 100% stop. And right now, it's in the northeast USA really bad, and I think California as well. But it's going to end up making its way across the whole U.S. So every state is going to have its own lockdown, maybe all at once, and it might only be for a week or two, or it might be for a couple months. Who knows? We don't really know yet, and we're going to have to wait and see how that works out. But because of all my customers losing their jobs currently, I'm getting a lot of calls from my younger customers saying, hey, sorry, we're not going to be able to afford your services this season. Also, I've heard other lawn guys, I haven't had this happen to me yet, I don't have any big landscape jobs planned out, but a lot of other guys have contacted me, or I've seen their Facebook posts on losing big landscape jobs. These are ones that they maybe did quotes for and planned out way ahead of time, guys, and unfortunately, they lost a lot of their jobs. They end up calling customers saying, hey, with everything still going on, are you okay to proceed with this work? And who knows, it could be a $1,000 job, it could be a $10,000 job, who knows, but the customers are calling them back basically and saying, hey, we think we should hold on to our money right now. Maybe the lawn or maybe the gardens or whatever it is that they're doing is not as important right now. Maybe we should hold on to it and see what happens because there's a lot of uncertainty right now between everybody. And so it's perfectly reasonable and understandable for the customer to want to cancel. And you got to be understanding too as a business owner. But at the same time, it's definitely going to affect your business if you are planning on having all this revenue in, especially if you are strictly a landscaper. You don't do any lawn care at all. Thankfully, lawn care is cheap service. So more people are going to be able to afford it easier, but at the same time, it's also a luxury service. Luxury meaning that they wouldn't normally have it done unless they have the money to afford to have it done. So if you're a stay-at-home mom and dad, or not stay-at-home, so if you're a couple and you go out to work all the time and you don't want to take the time to mow your own lawn and you can afford a lawn care service, that's a luxury that you're willing to pay. But when you're no longer working, you no longer have the income coming in, and you're home all the time, you no longer need that luxury service. So then there goes our income. Now, guys, we are not the only businesses affected by this. There's a whole bunch, obviously, a whole bunch of other businesses affected. There's also a lot of restaurants. My uncle, for example, owns a few Subways up in New York, where the governor up there just initiated his own lockdown up there. So I do believe all the surrounding states around New York and Pennsylvania are going to do the same thing. And unfortunately, he had to shut down most of his restaurants, and he only has one open now, which is definitely sad. but it is what it is. He's trying to stay open as long as possible, but we know eventually the restaurants are probably going to get shut down too. So there's a lot of other businesses besides just lawn and landscape that's being affected by this, and that's something to keep in mind as you go forward. Support your local businesses as much as possible. So when it's all said and done, they're definitely going to try to support you too. Because basically, guys, we're all in this together, and we just got to get through it one day at a time. Now, another thing I wanted to mention real quick is lawn landscapers, or actually there's a letter, at least for Pennsylvania, I think for New York as well, because they're the only two states so far that have had a complete lockdown, besides California, but I'm thinking of my area of the country. Anyways, guys, I did want to mention real quick, the lawn and landscape professionals have a letter that was sent out from the National Landscape Society or organization, or something like that. I'll be sure to put the link down in the description if I can find it again. There's a whole bunch of it. Everyone was sharing it on Facebook, so we all have it. But basically, lawn and landscape is an essential business according to the government. It prevents disease, such as Lyme disease, from the grass getting tall. Also keeps things healthier and keeps a healthy mindset for the people. Because if you think about it, if public parks or cities and whatnot start to get a bit overgrown and little jungly looking, it might not help with the overall mindset of the American citizens. So in the government's mind, lawn and landscape professionals are an essential business, and that's awesome. It's something to keep forward. But now think about this from the customer's perspective, and this is actually a point that I've been thinking about recently. You should probably try to continue working as long as you can because you are an essential business and you're allowed to. However, think about it from the customer's mindset. You're just a lawn guy, and how is a lawn guy your essential business? He just cuts grass. So that's something I want you guys to think about as you go forward, is the customers, as much as you share it and tell people, customers are not going to think that lawn care is an essential business, not like trucking companies or grocery stores or restaurants or anything like that. For them, lawn care is not going to be an essential business. So if they see you out and about working, it might not look very good in your company. And that's why I personally am not advertising right now. I don't want to be hanging my stuff up on people's doors or doing advertisements like that whenever my state is in a total lockdown and we're not supposed to be working. Again, that obviously doesn't apply to companies that are essential or businesses that are essential, I should say. But of course, again, in the customer's mind, you're not an essential business. So it's just something to keep in mind as you go forward. I'm looking for future growth, and believe me, guys, I have big plans for growing this season, and I'm still going to try after this all blows over. But unfortunately, I'm looking for long-term growth, and if I'm seen out and around town right now, and I'm advertising like crazy, and I'm going and hanging up people's door hangers, it might not look good on me, and I live in a small town, so that's going to hang around for a while. Even when this is all said and done, I'm going to live in an elderly community, and I bet a lot of people are going to say, hey, well, everybody was worrying about other people's safety. Whilst Lawn Service was out there passing out door hangers, possibly putting coronavirus right on my door. So that's something to think about as you guys go forward as well. Think about the customer mindset too. And again, just keep that in mind as you're going forwards. Alright guys, I think we covered pretty much everything for this video. I don't really have too much else to say. I did want to kind of bring some of those points to mind. Pennsylvania is in total lockdown right now, like I just said earlier in the video. And it's definitely interesting. It's funny, I was actually working at a pizza shop last night. It's my winter job. Mowing season won't start here for about another month. And the funny thing is, Governor Wolf announced that at 8 o'clock on Thursday night, which was last night, at the time of recording this, that Pennsylvania is going to be in total shutdown pretty much, except for essential businesses. And as soon as that announcement was made and everyone found out about it, other places around town, restaurants, all kinds of places, cleaned up and they got out quick. Even McDonald's closed down, which surprised me. But I think a lot of it also comes down to the owners as well to see if it's worth it or not. Business is obviously really slow as it is because no one wants to leave their homes with this virus going on. And another thing to think about for the owners that are closing down shop or that are still working is, what if you require your employees to be at work and they get sick? What happens then? Could they potentially sue you in the future? It's another thing to think about. Thankfully, I don't have any employees right now to worry about. I was planning on getting some, but I don't know how that's going to happen anymore with how this season's gone on. But that is definitely something to think about as we go forward, guys, is are you going to make it mandatory for your employees to show up to work? Because if they do, and they get sick, it could come back on you, and it could come back to bite you in the butt. So another thing I would think about for sure would be, hey, if you guys for some reason don't want to show up to work through this, I understand you don't have to. But if you do want to show up, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if anyone starts showing any symptoms, anyone in contact with, we'll shut down operations immediately. So this is something else to think about as we move forward, guys. Anyway, this is not meant to be a super depressing video. I know it probably is a little bit, but it's just the reality of what's going on right now, guys. and it's something that I felt like I wanted to talk about, let you know, hey, it's okay, guys. We're going to struggle for a little bit, but we're all going to get through this together. And let me know in the comments down below if this has affected your business at all so far, what kind of business you have, and whether or not it's affected you, and whether or not you think it's going to affect you. But just remember, guys, as we go through this, we're all in this together, and who knows if it's going to last 2 weeks or a year. No matter how long it lasts, we're all in this together, guys. And as far as we all go down together, when it's all said and done, we'll all rise right back up together. So, yeah, think about it that way as well. Another message, guys, is respect the people around you. Don't go to the grocery stores and pick up a crap ton of toilet paper or a crap ton of canned goods and leave nothing for everybody else. Work together, guys. Come on, we're all getting through this together. We were at the grocery store the other day, and they just brought out a cart of toilet paper, and we took 1 pack of 9 toilet paper rather than taking like a whole bundle of it, just because we don't need that much right now. We'll go back and get more when we need it. But right now, there's a lot of other people that need it. We were passing it out to some of the elderly and helping them out too. So, guys, just be respectful of others around you and make sure everyone's getting their fair share. Anyways, guys, I'm going to quit jibber-jabbering and let you go. And remember, guys, we're all in this together. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Hey, what's your...
Okay, so that's why it said, honestly, there were some points that he made in that video that I thought back on as I was actually trying to hold the camera steady. My arm hurt, okay? You're welcome. But yeah, I'm thinking about making and ordering door hangers because one, I can go door to door without it being illegal. Because I'm not going door to door knocking. I'm going door to door putting door hangers up on the door. So I don't even have to bother the residents. Now, the customers I currently have, I'm still going to do it. Just because they can pass on to neighbors, all that stuff. So, I'm going all through Ashbury. I'll go to Aurora. Some customers I have in Aurora, Bolingbrook. I cover Bolingbrook, Aurora, Plainfield, and Naperville. So, I'm going to certain places that I have had customers, and I'm doing their share part. So, with that being said, hopefully that makes sense, and not right now. I'll make them order them when I can, but right now I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on upgrading my truck and paying up back people. Here's the thing, guys. Like Wyatt said, if I had Andrew here, for example, and he was working and he showed symptoms of it or got sick, could he sue me? Potentially, yes. Legally, yes. But, like he said, we'll shut down operations immediately. So, that's why I'm not having him work with me. My dad never told me he can't. It's just because Andrew would get sick, and that'll come back on me and bite me hard. So, I'm not having anyone work with me. I'm solo. I like it because I get more exercise and I get peace. But at the same time, I'm wanting that help. But I'm saving money because I can put that money back into the business and pay people back. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was like 20 minutes long. That was not intended. But let me know what you guys think in your business. How is it affecting you? Are you in lockdown? Stuff like that. So let me know in the comments down below, guys. I would love to hear them. If you guys like these kind of videos and you want another one where someone tells the story, or you like what I did with Wyatt, I can have Brian on here or something. Let me know and I'll be happy to do it. It's already public, so why not? Have a great day, guys. Peace out. Hopefully this video goes up before 9 p.m. Peace out.